in the presidential. Do you like your new room? Always
Good morning, one and all, to my dungeon. Just kidding, my video. This is CharmlessFever here, playing some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. This is actually a game battles map for me and B-Ball-Boy63, playing some game battles doubles. Now, as you can see, this is a private match. You might not know what game battles is. It's a competitive league that better gamers of Call of Duty actually go to receive a higher competition, I guess. And Game Battles does its best to remove all the crap from Call of Duty, such as noob tubes and everything else that just kind of screws the game up for everybody else. It's like claymores and bouncing betties and stuff like that, and heartbeat sensors and everything. But that ruins the game and just makes everyone not want to play. This is a game battles map where it's radar always on. You can have different settings for doubles matches and you can go find it. And I chose this gameplay one because it's our first ever win as a doubles team. I just actually started playing game battles as a doubles team, not because I played a lot of singles, but I did not win once. And because singles is a whole different game than doubles or anything else like that. It's a different game. But game battles is a great competitive league. If you're not in it and you are on the top of the leaderboards a lot of the games that you play in, then you really should start our game battles. Because you would get a lot better. I've noticed I've learned different spots from different people, and you just learn so many different ways of killing people and how you should kill people. Like how to go against better places. You think about going to cover and think about where you're actually going to go. And these guys were not the best, but they in the game battles league, there's definitely people better than them, but they aren't the worst either. This is radar always on, so you're gonna see you can see them at the entire time. So you have to know the maps just like the back of your hand, so you can so you know exactly where they are and how to shoot through these walls and how to just maneuver them better, because it's all about the gunfights. I mean, there's some new game battles matches where you don't have the radar always on, so part of it is actually finding the people. Now, me and B-Ball Boy just started. This is our first win, as I said. We're called the Load Brethren. That's my clan, actually, the Load, but you can't really use the same name twice. So, yeah, we're playing some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and in this game, it's actually a very close game. It's a team deathmatch game. That's what we're playing right now, as you can obviously tell. So we're playing team deathmatch. And so once you get the first kills, you really don't want to die. If you're ahead, you really just want to stay put and get set up. Get behind cover, start head glitching. If you don't know what head glitching is, then you probably it basically is where you could barely see their head. You can see them, but they can barely see you. Maybe they can see your head. As you can see right here, I'm head glitching right now because you can't see I'm behind cover, but they can't really see me, but I can see them. So I'm going to give you some tips if you want to play some game battles to get maybe a little bit better. You might already be know game battles, and maybe you hadn't thought of these tips, but I'm just here to give them out to you. Now, one is if you're playing radar always only, because you can always, when you choose your match, you select what match you want to go to based on the settings. And one of the things is you can put radar always on, and that means that you're going to want always to run EMP, because EMP will take away the radar for 30 seconds. EMP grenades, not EMP kill streaks, because there are no kill streaks in game battles. But you really want to run EMP grenades, because you can just take out the radar and you can sneak around them, maybe have your partner come up. You also want to learn in game battles that you want to make call outs. I mean, you can see them on the radar, but still it would help to know exactly where their position is, what cover they're behind, and how they're covered. So if you don't know this, because there's no oh yeah, like a boss throwing back that grenade, but you don't know this, but me and my partner right here, we're constantly talking about where they're going to be and what our plans are, because you really want to be able to communicate well with your teammate. That's why you want to find someone that you have a good mix with, a good partnership, I guess, with that person, because you have to know exactly what each other's moves are, and you need to practice maybe with some practice matches, maybe playing against some of your friends in 2v2s. That actually helps a lot. So like I said, you have to run EMP grenades, but another thing you should run is probably don't run Simtex. I would not suggest that, because if you run Simtex, I actually played a guy in singles who's like number 130, like 32nd in the league, the Winter League, and he could actually hear my Simtexes go off, and he would hear my Simtexes, and he would immediately know where I was. So I'd use frag, and also you want to make sure you cook off those frags, because as you can see earlier in the video, you saw me throw back one of those frags, which you can do with frags. That's the downside of frags. But the good part of frags is that you can actually cook them off. So immediately and you need to know how many clicks, or like just have a feeling for it of how many clicks. I mean, this gameplay might seem a little slow. That's just because you don't want to die, because this is team deathmatch, and it's all about kills and deaths. So you really want to have more kills than you have to do deaths. So we're just trying and head glitching these spots and keeping safe. We have all this cover right here, and they don't want to come out. We don't want to come out, because if you look at the score right now, it's 1,000 to 1,200. So see, I got killed through the wall right there. That's what you need. You need those spots where you can kill other people through the walls. So every time you lose, another kill down, and it's really hard to get a kill. It's not. I mean, sometimes you get lucky because they're not paying attention, maybe, or you double team them with your partner. But it's a lot low scoring games, because you're really not going to be facing any of those dumb people who are not going to know any of the cover spots, especially when playing radar always on. You might be able to sneak around somebody else and on other terms, but that one you can't. Another tip I would use is also use Dead Silence Pro, because you don't want them to be able to hear your footsteps coming up behind them. Now, another thing you want to do is check your back at all times. Look at this. He did not check his back. He was not checking his radar constantly. If you have radar always on, you're going to always want to check your radar constantly to know exactly where the person are. You almost live off your radar. You don't even look at your map most of the time unless you know the other person's close. You see, I switched to the PP90M1. You're not going to worry about overpoweredness, and so whatever you say in this game is you really want to get the best guns and possible, because you're going to be facing against the best players possible. So you're going to want the best guns. See, I switched to my PP90 because I needed something more close range, because I was thinking about rushing into them. So it was a better plan than me sitting back with an ACR, because I was getting all these close quarters gunfights where I wasn't winning with my ACR. So I decided to switch my closer range gun. You're going to want to keep those you're going to want to adjust your play style and your gun to your actual, like, I guess, to your how many battles you're getting in and what kind of situation. See, I would have lost that gunfight probably with an ACR. Maybe I'll bet them because I got that first shot off. See, this is where it comes in handy right here, is knowing your spots, because I should have known exactly where he was because of where his red dot was. If you just constantly watch the radar, then you should know exactly where they are at all times. Now, one thing you really need to understand is that these people are good. You're not going to just try and get a cheap trick off them. They're going to know almost every trick in the book. I mean, you're going to run into every one of those some of those cases where they're not very good, but most of the time they're very good. And you're going to not want to underestimate them. No matter how many kills, how many wins or losses they have, they might still be good. And so you're going to want to constantly talking with your teammate and constantly thinking of strategy. Don't just go rushing back trying to get the revenge kill just because you got mad because they kept killing you. That's just going to lead to more killing, so you're going to lose. More likely you're going to lose. And you don't want to ever lose your guard, because if you lose your guard, see, as I'm here, this is where callouts come in handy. I know I'm kind of skipping around. I'm just kind of trying to focus on what's happening actually in the game. You can see I was trying to get double teams, so my friend over here came in to help me as I came around that corner, and because he was paying attention to my B-Ball Boy 63, so we came around that corner, and then we just took them both out. So you really want to find these different routes. You don't want to stay in the same routes and go like the same exact way to try and get revenge kills on someone. As you can see, there's 43 seconds left, and we are actually winning by 2 kills. And my friend's down there in that long hallway, which is what we call it. It's one with the eye in the end, and he's trying to head glitch that spot. But the two guys are coming up on him, and they're rushing because they know if they don't get these 2 kills, then they're gonna lose. But the thing is, if they die, then we almost have an automatic win. So he's gonna die right here, and I'm gonna He's gonna spawn right about here, cause that's where the spawning system works. And we're gonna try and hide back here, and hide because we only have 1 kill away from getting a tie, and then because it's best 2 out of 3 games. It's not like a certain amount of games. So I'm gonna set up at this corner, and right here, final kill cam. Guy comes around the corner. I should have lost that gunfight, but there we go. Victory, 2100 to 1900. Final kill cam. I'm beside CharmlessFever. Well, I guess hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. I noticed a little something different from my usual public matches. I thought it would be more exciting. Maybe next time I can get a gameplay with actually our talking in it. But I hope you enjoyed this video. And there's my other gameplays. I got my Moab gameplay, which is actually a very light gameplay, and I also have my thank you video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys also enjoyed my my intro. That was made by It's Nolan. His link will be in the description. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.